Next one is Skinner's theory. Professor B.F. Skinner, 1904, started his research work on behavior while he was a graduate in the Department of Psychology of the Harvard University in 1931. He wrote his thesis entitled The Concept of the Reflex in the Description of the Behavior. Skinner was a practical psychologist who conducted several experiments on rats and pigeons. His important publications are Behavior of Organism 1930, Science and Human Behavior 1953, Verbal Behavior 1977, Cumulative Record 1957, Beyond Freedom and Dignity 1971, and About Behaviorism 1974. Skinner called his theory as operant conditioning, as it is based on the certain operations or actions which an organism has to carry out. The term operant stresses that behavior operates upon the environment to generate its own sequences. An operant is a set of acts which conditions an organism in doing something. In the process of operant conditioning, operant responses are modified or changed by reinforcement. In the process of operant conditioning, operant responses are modified or changed by reinforcement. Side heading: Respondent and operant behavior. Respondent and operant behavior. Skinner first time got the idea that most of the responses could not be attributed to the known stimuli. He defined two types of responses. One is elicited by known stimulus, which is called the respondent behavior, and the other emitted by the unknown stimuli, which is called operant behavior. Examples of operant behavior may include all reflexes such as jerking one's hands when jabbed with a pen, and the pulmonary constriction on account of bright light or salivation in the presence of food. Skinner's experiment. B.F. Skinner conducted a series of experiments with animals. For conducting the experiments with rats, he designed a special apparatus known as Skinner's box. It was much modified from of the puzzle box used by Thorndike for his experiments with cats. To begin with, Skinner in one of his experiments placed a hungry rat in the above described box. In this experience, pressing of the bar in the desirable way by the rat could result in the production of a click sound and presence of a food pellet. For doing experiment with pigeons, Skinner made use of another specific apparatus called pigeon box. A pigeon in this experiment had a beak at a lighted plastic key mounted on the well at head height and was consequently rewarded by receiving grain. With the help of such experiments, Skinner put forward his theory of operant conditions for learning, not only for simple responses like pressing of the level, but also for learning the most difficult and complex series of responses. Next side heading: Reinforcer and reinforcement. reinforcer and reinforcement. The concept of reinforcement is identical to the present of a rewards. A reinforcer is a stimulus whose presentation or removal increases the probability of a response reoccurring using. According to Skinner, there are two styles of reinforce: positive and negative. Positive reinforce. A positive reinforces any stimulus that introduction or presentation of which increases the likelihood of a particular behavior. Food, water, sexual contact, etc. are classified as positive reinforcer. Second, negative reinforcer. A negative reinforcer is any stimulus and removal or withdrawal of which increases the likelihood of a particular behavior. Electric shock, a loud noise, etc. are said to be negative reinforcers.